Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I got another Smite video here for you. Directly after the update of Isis. As you can see, she's already selected by one of my teammates. No, she has been unselected by one of my teammates. Interesting, we might actually not see Isis. But however, she has been patched in and I've seen her abilities. And she is going to be rather annoying to deal with, to say the least. We also have a new god rotation, as you can see. So I'm actually contemplating to go with Hercules. Unfortunately though, it looks like we may need a different tank. I do want to try Hercules though, but I think that it's going to be more valuable for my team to have at least some form of a tank. And I'm gonna go with Odin then. I think Odin is a good bet here. There you go, I can use my ultimate together with Quan if I manage to lock in Bastard or Bastard's Cats, of course, or Thor can just spin to win. All kinds of nice things. We are dealing with an Isis on the enemy team. They have a fairly heavy magical damage team, as you can see. 4 magical damage dealers. So I am actually not going to rush boots. I am going to go in directly into a Gaia Stone, giving me that early regen and early magic protection. We also are dealing with a fellow Odin by Nameless. So we'll see where we end up. As we do have, of course, a Loki with a skin. So you know this game is going to be interesting. Assuming that skin actually equals skill, which absolutely is not the case, but let's pretend it is. And this Loki is, of course, the greatest Loki in the world. I hope. Oh god, do I hope. Yes, I just did say, oh god, did I hope, in a game where gods battle it out. Yes, it's off to a good start. We're also dealing with Zeus, of course, which is highly dangerous because of his burst damage, especially early game, surprisingly so. So my passive is not going to be all that intriguing unless I'm fighting specifically Odin. So I'm just going to build pure magical damage tank with a bit of a side of hybrid perhaps, just to put a little bit more damage out myself. But we'll see how this game progresses as I will get up my early Gaia Stone. Normally I would have probably picked up level 1 with an active item, but I feel like it's probably just easier just to directly get that early Gaia Stone, because once I have it maxed out, which will be done after another 770 gold, of course, I am able to basically stay in lane indefinitely unless I'm running out of mana and such. So I'm just gonna see if they want to do some camps first. Looks like I might be dealing with Thor, you know, keeping it in the family. Looks like I am going to be queued up with Thor as the assassins apparently. Not sure why Thor is not going to the camp. Lovely. Looks like Thor wants to get the big camp. I'm not going to be able to camp the big camp, so there you go. He is finally coming back. It's very important to get that early XP, because if the enemy team does it and you don't, well, it's pretty much already laning phase over unless they mess up. If they just keep their ground, it's pretty much laning phase over because they can get that early level 5, early ultimate, so you're down. And that's just giving first blood away and all kinds of nasty.
Minions have spawned.
But we'll see how it ends. I'm just going to body block as well. Looks like left lane is not picking up the camps, by the looks of it. Right, there you go. Do pick up some early XP. Nothing too amazing, but it looks of it as well. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually have picked up the big buff camp as well, if they are smart. Yeah, I don't see them in lane just yet. There's Odin, so it's Odin and Zeus versus Thor and Zeus. Well, we're definitely keeping it, well, on the Norse side. Or no, wait. Zeus is not Norse. My bad. He's Greek. But we're definitely keeping it in the family on this lane. So we'll see how it turns out as this game progresses. Of course, Zeus and Odin have a better chance of getting a perfect combo off. But Zeus is running low, so we might get a early level advantage. Or get a kill if Zeus can, Thor can follow. There's the first blood. I'm just gonna use my buff here to speed his attack speed up. I'm just gonna do some auto attack damage as well. There you go. Just gonna take the minions out for Thor. As we get a double kill in our lane. Amazing. I'm quite happy with that. Thor is back. Lane is... No, Thor is not back. Thor should go back. How much money does he have? He did pick up both kills. He should just go back. As we are... At least we have pushed in the lane. I'm gonna go back as well. I probably can stay. But I don't want to risk it. I just want to go back. And let's see. Do I want to get my early boots? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for my boots. Because I feel that that will actually give me a little bit of more tankiness as well. Of course, the health regen and such. I know it's really bad to buy items incomplete. But normally it's suggested to start off with boots anyway. As you can see, everybody pretty much starts off with boots or beginning item. Like Vampiric Shout and Death's Toll and such. So getting that early boot directly after my Gaia Stone. After I get 2 assists and my Thor gets a double kill. I'm quite happy with that. He already has Ankh of Golem. Never really seen that item being used. So he's probably going to go Bruiser build. That's going to be fairly interesting to say the least. But now we have to watch out definitely for, of course, their combo. I'm just going to initiate, do a bit of damage. We might see a stun. Gotta use my auto attack speed buff. There's the spin to win. We might see some damage here. Zeus goes down. Odin is still only left. I'm gonna see if I can do some damage. No, I do have to jump out here. Oh, hey, 15 health left. Holy hell. I am lucky. We got Zeus again. And as long as we can keep Zeus down, I am quite alright with the entire endeavor. Picking up another 3 just to get myself a little bit more AoE damage as well as that regen. As I probably should be picking up... Do you want to pick up Aegis or Girdle? We'll go for an Aegis. And finally picking up some potions as well. There you go. So my build currently all over the place. Right now I should just force myself to save up for that Gaia Stone so I can tank that Zeus, because once Zeus gets his items, even though he has already died twice, and my team currently has the gold lead and the kill lead, which is nothing yet at this stage, so we might be able to just camp them for days and start ganking mid, perhaps help out left lane, because of course left lane has Isis and it's very difficult to deal with her. If you have seen her abilities, she is one tricky god. And she sustains for days with damage for days and speed for days because of her 1 as well, of course. So Zeus just taking some damage as well. Just gonna wait to force back. I'm just gonna sit back and relax a little bit more until they are not that close to the tower. Don't push the lane, Thor. That's because once he starts pushing the lane, we can't really do anything. If Zeus gets more towards our lane, we might be able to do a little bit more. Of course, Odin is level 5, our Thor is 6. Zeus is level 5 as well now, so they have both their ultimates ready, so we might be able to see a combo, which is why it's so bloody important for me to get that early magical protection, so I can just sustain that. My 3 will protect me against Odin, and then of course my magical protection will protect me from... There's Odin's initiate, he's going to use his ultimate right there. I'm going to use my own... Oh, I'm not level 5 yet. Do pop my potions. My Aegis is still here as well. Just gonna tank it as much as I can. As I now will use my wand to kill Zeus. As I have my of course my ultimate ready. Do get the kill. Thor did die for it. I wasn't level 5 yet. They initiated. I couldn't do much of anything until I was level 5. Otherwise I would have used my protection buff. So on and so forth. I'm just gonna clean up the lane. Get, of course, hopefully enough money to get that Gaia Stone. At least that is the plan right now. Alright. Just picking up another 3. Of course, left lane giving up some kills, unfortunately. Yeah, it's Thor died once and Bastard died once. Well, it's only 1 kill. Absolutely nothing to worry about. I have finally got my Gaia Stone as well, of course. Regenerates 2% of your max health. I'm probably gonna go a little bit more bruiser-ish. Apparently, we'll see where this ends. So let's see where we can figure it out. Odin. Zeus picking up boots. As you can see, everybody's picking up boots as well. Anubis is picking up that Bancroft. once he finishes items, his AoE is going to be very, very dangerous, especially with Odin's ultimate. This is why I want to dominate my lane to the best of my abilities, as we are being pushed back. Alright, let's see what we can deal with. Thor has picked up his boots as well. I'm still not sure why he picked up Ank of the Golem. He must be going Bruiser as well. Middle tower has some issues. No tower damage that is severely to be noted. We just have to wait for them to be a little bit too greedy. Perhaps jump on us and find ourselves an opportunity to take him out. I can tank a little bit. I'm not too afraid to take a little bit of damage. Of course, I also have sustain for my mana, so probably shouldn't be too afraid to tank some abilities as well. Alright. Okay. I'm trying to get a jump on Zeus, hopefully. Let's see. Nope. Didn't activate it correctly. I thought he was closer. He wasn't. Wasted my one. And Odin is looking for this initiate right now. But we are able to hopefully use my own spears right here. So there's no escape. Genuinely, there is a lot of AoE going down. I'm just going to use my one. I'm going to use my F to buy Thor some time. Trying to juke as much as I can. As my 3 is ready, Thor gets the kill. And now we finish off Zeus as well. So we turn it around totally fine. Luckily enough, I bought that early Aegis. Holy hell, I'm so happy with that. Zeus stopped moving though, so perhaps he disconnected. Maybe he just got really confused. Maybe he was stunned. I didn't really see it. Whatever the case may be, we won that fight. And I'm quite happy with that. And now that I have a nice chunk of money, I cleaned up the wave a little bit more. And I'm going to go back, buy some items, and hopefully see a lot of problems in the different lanes. So it's going to look like we are going to be the lane that is going to be the most important lane. The bruisers for days. Even though I'm going to probably build a little bit more tanky. But hey, you know, details. Details left, details right. As Loki dies again. So much for skin Loki, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, proving that skins are really not that much of an indicator of skill. As I believe he has died once. Oh, he only has died once. Then I feel like my team has died significantly more. But it's only 4 deaths. I'm the only person who hasn't died. And it's only 1 death all around, which is really not that bad. Huh. Maybe just, yeah, Isis, of course, it's a new champion, or new god, I mean, I suppose. Which is, of course, really difficult to deal with. I'm a little bit afraid of a potential gank from mid lane, as I do not have a visual on that mid lane. Bast making work on the left lane as well against, is that Isis? Yes, he is. Cats for days, as Loki does get the kill on Isis. So there you go, we are still in a very good position. We have a nice, no, we have barely any gold lead. I was going to say nice gold lead, we have just a kill lead, I believe. 3 kills, which is really not that much. Just gonna do as much damage as I can. There's my spears. It's spears versus spears for days. I do get the kill there. I also give away a kill for Thor. I accidentally picked up the kill on Odin. I do apologize for Thor. I'm just gonna say sorry for Kies, as he of course is supposed to be the carry. An enemy has left the game. As they are finally leaving the game, Zeus has completely becamped and he unfortunately leaves the game, of course, dropping his entire goodwill. Which I'm supposed is... Or he may just disconnected. Perhaps there was a robber in his house and, you know, he came in guns a-blazing. And of course Zeus, the amazing person behind his keyboard, pulled out his weapon arsenal, his swords, his guns, and, you know, defended his home. But unfortunately, the bullet that ricocheted into his computer basically made him disconnect. There's a very good chance that that happened. At the same time, also really not. So it might just be a rage kit, it might just be a disconnect. We'll see how it turns out, but we do have an opportunity here to potentially gank mid lane. As well as force this tower to go down. There's the initiate on Odin, we're gonna slow him down. I'm gonna use my attack speed. And now that my 3 is maxed out, I can pretty much tank Odin for days without having too much of an issue. But then again, he can also tank us for days because we are both physical damage, and 3 gives a hell of a lot of nice physical protection and regen. As you can see, my life bar, it regens so quickly. I'm really not that afraid. I'm just going to pop a potion. I'm going to pop my attack speed buff as I accidentally just hammer a little bit too hard. I'm going to say sorry again. I want Thor to be carrying, but I get a little bit too hypey myself there. As I play a little bit too aggressive with bruises and such. So, just going to wait until the minions are dead here. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna wait for them to be dead. I'm gonna help clear that out. Gonna use my means to speed them up to get the tower down quicker, as I am just popping the wrong potions. But I have to go back anyway, as I'm gonna tank these minions here to buy our minions more time to attack the tower as it goes down quite rapidly. Right, I'm just gonna pick up another attack speed buff to help Thor out. And now that we have secured this lane, I'm just gonna go back. And Thor might be looking for an ultimate there. Not sure what he's going to do. Picking up my boots. Let's see, I'm gonna pick up a girdle of might. I am a tank after all. And pick up some potions. As Thor did go back, he didn't use his ultimate. Allies are being slain left and right on the left lane, so I'm gonna see if I can actually get a gank off. Or help out mid. Whatever the case may be. We'll see what happens. Anubis has decided to go right lane. So I'm going to see if I can get the jump on Isis and such. I do have, of course, my Gaia Stone and my maxed out beloved boots that require me to be tanky as I jump in, use my own ultimate right there to close in Isis. She can't really leave. Unfortunately, it's a little bit out of lane. I take a lot of damage myself right now. Loki has hopefully his ability, his ultimate ready. There it is. Can he get the kill on Isis? I do jump in as I accidentally get the kill myself. Do try to get slow right here, but I believe Loki dropped as well. As I do try to keep tanking as much as I can. As there's Barat. Do speed her up with my lovely 2 ability, of course. As I do get another slow on her. Do gotta use my Girdle of Might just to buy her more time. But there are the cats. Cats giving chase. As we might be looking at... Let's see if I can get the splash. There you go. As we managed to get a nice double kill gank sort of off here in this particular lane. Level up. Cats are down, but there is Anubis. Hello Anubis, you want to battle? I can deal with that. Alright, gonna put up my attack speed buff. Jump in to bring her... Oh no, Aegis is popped. So I'm just gonna go back as I'm taking tower hits. My potions are ticking. Anubis is going back. So maybe we see Thor getting his ultimate off. No, he was still walking around. He probably didn't have a visual on it. As we are now ready to hopefully gank our beloved Isis here. As I'm going to try and tank the tower. I'm trying to lure the tower into attacking me, but it's not looking to anything. There's Loki as well. As Thor unfortunately drops because of the tower. I did try to draw aggro to the tower, of course, but the system that is here is basically just keeps attacking as long as you are in range. If you have decided to attack, of course, the gods in range of the tower. So another tower drops. A lot of words that say tower. My apologies. But I have a nice chunk of money. I'm just going to let my team know that I'm going back. And we should be good. Alright. So next item on the list. I do want to build more magical resistance. But I feel like I'm actually doing quite alright. And of course Thor being such an important character in our group, because he has of course all the kills in my particular lane. I'm actually considering to throw away my previous plan and go with Voidblade. The reason why is of course because it does give me of course more physical power as well, and reduces the physical protection of the enemy, allowing my team to hopefully get a kill left and right. So I'm just gonna pick up some consumables and save up the rest for the next levels of Voidblade. And after that I'll probably get some health items, basically some bruiser items, and of course a little bit more tank items depending on what flows best. As Anubis is taking our middle tower down, not having it. Maybe I can get a jump on Anubis. We might be looking at something here. Anubis is just clearing the wave. Has not spotted me just yet, as I'm going to jump in from behind. Hello, Anubis. I'm going to wait until Thor is in range. Looks like it's not going to happen. I'm just going to lock her in then. As she is looking for some kills. There's Thor. Do try to do as much damage as I can, but it looks like it's not going to happen. I was hoping Thor was able to jump in with his one ability and do auto attack damage for days. Alright, just going to pop some potion to tank a little bit more effectively. There's the snipe. Thor goes down as she has now got her eyes on me, or it, whatever. Just going to pop in some auto attack to allow my minions to do a little bit more damage, hopefully. Didn't seem to be all that effective, but there you go. And now we have to be very careful We have to be very careful because they can throw it. Of course, they have the XP lead now, which is always very deceptive. So I'm just going to clear up the lane and hopefully go for the mid tower. I'm just going to let my team know that I'm eager for that mid tower by pinging it. Alright. Looks like Loki understands what I'm going to go for. We might be seeing Isis going for the right tower. But it should be just fine. I'm going to pop in the auto attack boost. And hopefully get this tower down as quick as we can. It is really melting. Ra doesn't have really a place to go. I'm just going to slow her down. Or it down. I'm still not sure what sex Ra is actually. I'm going to try and get a jump on him. But it looks like he's too quick. And he gets out quite unscathed, I must admit. Alright, right lane is protected as well. I do have once again a nice chunk of money. How much do I really need to finish it off? 1800. There's Isis. Hello, Isis. How was your day? As he does silence me, so of course. And now I'm going to use my ultimate. Now, yeah, now you're kind of stuck, isn't it? Alright. There's the ultimate of Loki. Perfectly timed. There's my AoE as I accidentally get the kill once again by trying to slow her. As I'm taking a little bit. I'm just going to use my girdle. I'm taking a little bit too much damage. It looks like I'm going to be stuck here for a little while. As I don't have the mana to jump out. As I do now have the mana. I'm trying to find a way to jump out. Unfortunately, Thor does drop as I have no mana or health to really tank. So I chickened out and accidentally left him there to die. I do apologize, Thor. If you can hear my voice, let it be known that I do feel guilty about that. As I do pick up the second level of Void Blade. And it really shows that I really should picking up some more magical protection directly after this. Of course, it will help out Loki and Thor, because as you can see, I'm definitely constantly close to them and to the enemies. But I should also just tank for days as I do get an initiate, hopefully. Nope, Ra is out of range. Does, of course, use his, I believe, his second ability that slows everybody around him. Which is kind of nasty. Looks like Barret is all the way on the right, on the top. Just gonna clean this up then. No problem whatsoever. Hopefully we can force a fight. And we'll see what happens. There's Isis. Hopefully Barret will decide to come through our way. Maybe she will. I'm just letting her know that we are close near her by pinging her. So we might be looking at a gank at Isis. I'm going to get a jump on her. There we go. There is my ultimate, locking everybody in. Just gonna pop my Aegis, just to be sure. Girdle of Might as well, taking a lot of damage. Do try to get as much buffs as I have, as I'm trying to avoid the auto attacks. Looks like I walked right into it. Minions are there as well, as I do use my jump slightly around the corner to avoid Anubis, as he is giving chase. Loki is saying there hello. Odin, Master Bader, not Master Bader, no, Master Bader. Totally planned, guys. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. We totally turned that around with them. Did get the jump. I take a lot of damage, but I was able to live through it. Thank you, Gaia Stone. Once more, saving my precious behind. And this should be all fine. Unfortunately, this game might have turned out completely different if Zeus didn't, well, leave. So, I haven't seen her surrender yet. Then again, it hasn't been 20 minutes yet. So I do feel their pain. Because I do struggle with these things myself on stream on a regular basis. But however, I did manage to get some very nice Odin ultimates. The laning phase when they were still here was also quite nice, I must admit. Because if we didn't turn out, if we weren't so aggressive, if we are actually going to use proper English, we might have been able to find ourselves in a late game battle against Odin and Zeus. And with late game, actually, I mean late laning phase. So beyond level 5, and they would have been probably able to destroy us. And of course, the Gaia Stone pickup against 4 physical damage and 1 tank seems to be quite a nice idea for a bruiser/tank build that I tend to do on Odin, depending on how the game goes. I'm once again taking a hell of a lot of damage, as they are going to go for me. I'm just going to lock a few of them in, because I feel generous like that. I'm actually going to lock them out, or I'm just going to jump on them, do some damage, do a bit of a slow, do pop the Girdle of Might on Thor, see what he can do. Another auto attack boost as well. He does get... Alright, nice spin to win move wins games. As we have dropped a few numbers, but we have dropped our numbers as well. So we're just going to clean up here our minions with weaponry bound by fire or infused by fire should show up there quite soon. There's another phoenix up here because the tower is still there. So I'm just going to casually see what the tower's health's at, as I will jump over it, clean up, and help out my minions right over here. And take this tower gracefully. As Isis dies again. There goes Thor. Isis taking Thor from the grave by the looks of it. Right. Looks like I have to tank the tower myself with some face tanking perhaps. There you go. Maybe I'm able to take it. I don't think I am. Locally is unfortunately, well, fortunately enough for me there as well to help out. I'm just gonna go back one more time. Pick up my finished up Void Blade. And then find myself a magical protection item. Do I want to do that? Magi's Blessing is always good. Love that item, to be honest. Even though a lot of people swear by the Bulwark a little bit more. Of course, the Bulwark is the item that procs once you get to a certain level of health or percentage of health. As you can see right there. It's quite nice, a lot of health. Gives a lot more health, of course, than Magi's Blessing. But I feel like it's too much of a risk, because you never know that once the shield procs, that's when a lot of burst damage comes in. You can't really time that. But then again, you could argue that they just casually use a spam ability and then your Magi's Blessing breaks as well. So I guess it's a little bit of personal preference. I think that the Bulwark overall is going to be more effective. But there you go. Wow, Quan just taking Anubis for a walk right there, as he tears him down asunder. Leaving a dog out of the cart on a highway is nothing in comparison to what happened over there. As we should be able to take down this Phoenix. Just gonna use my auto attack buff. There's some nice AoE clearing going on. As the last archer falls, this Phoenix will do so as well. So we're not doing too bad. There's Isis saying hello. Not really that fussed about her ultimate. By the way, the ring is her ultimate. As she uses her one to get out once again. Right, minions is down. Phoenix is down. All Phoenixes are down. So I'm just going to clean up here the minions. And then force myself into the battle with the Minotaur. If my team is ready. Here we go. Popping my ulti, getting all the protection, and there you have it. Alright. Good game. Unfortunately, apparently Odin left as well. That's unfortunate. But those things happen, and it's perhaps they were LAN partners, I suppose. But overall, I'm not too unhappy with how I performed in the laning phase when they were still there. Which is always quite intriguing to fight a god that is exactly the same as your god, of course. Total worshippers. Huh. There you go. I only have 11 worshippers now, guys. So I am indeed going to report the leavers. Which is, of course, the good thing to do. There you go. Odin and Zeus were leaving. Still brave for Isis, of course. Still trying to make things happen. Anubis as well. And Ra, of course, doing fine himself as well. So props to these guys that did stay around. Prop, of course, to Thor. My fellow laning partner did brilliantly, surprisingly enough. Even though he picked up the Ankh of the Golem. Never really seen somebody pick that up that early. But he also picked up the Titan's Bane, which I believe is actually worse than the Executioner. It's always better to pick up the Executioner than pick up something else instead of the Titan's Bane. I might have read that wrong, but there you go. He was working on a Deathbringer, so he was definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. So he decided to go a little bit more into DPS instead of Bruiser. As I slowly went into... I basically wanted to go full tank, then decided to maybe I should go Bruiser, and then I went back full tank again. So it's funny how that goes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video as we continue our road towards Smite. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.